In just a few moments, I'm going to walk you through programming a Sterno home garden light transformer. This is the device that you will use to program your outdoor garden lights to turn on and off automatically. In order to choose the right low voltage transformer, there's some advanced planning you'll need to do. Choose your lights first. This is a 3-watt garden light. Total up the wattage of the lights. As I mentioned, this light is 3 watts. I've purchased 15 of these for my garden. Each light is 3 watts. 3 watts times 15 is a total of 45 watts. This means I want to choose a transformer that has a watt rating that is higher than the total. In this case, a transformer that is 50 watts or higher. Sterno Home sells 50 watt, 120 watt, and 200 watt transformers. So do the math and make your transformer selection from there. And while this video will show you the basics of programming your transformer, please use the instructions included to guide you through determining optimal transformer placement, selecting and connecting the landscape wire, mounting the unit, running the landscape wire, safety tips, and troubleshooting. All of our transformers are programmed the same way. I'll be working with our 50-watt unit. Let's get started. When you plug your transformer in, your display screen is going to illuminate. You're going to see the time, the day, the month, the year. 4 buttons down here: mode, enter, up and down, and there's a photo cell that reads the amount of light that's available. All of these functions will make sense to you by the time we get through this video. Most important, we want to start with setting the time where you live. Setting this accurately is important for your timer, auto, and Sunwise setting to function accurately. We'll get to those settings in a moment, but let's start by entering the time. To do this, we are going to click the mode and enter button at the same time. And then you're going to see the year flash. Now, it is 2021, which is great, but let's just pretend that it was set to something else. We click up and down until we get to the year, and then we hit enter to lock that in. Then the month begins to flash, and this is May. So let's click up to 5 and hit enter to lock it in. It's set for the 22nd right now as the day. It's the 21st. Let's click down. And it is the 21st. Hit enter to lock it in. Next is the hour, 5:34, but you'll see that it's PM. It's actually 9:30 a.m. where I am. So let's take care of that AM PM business right away, and we'll just click up until we go around the corner, and there we are at AM and at 9, and then hit enter to lock that in. We're at the minutes. Let's click down and hit enter, and we're set with our time, our day, our month, and our year. And now let's go back to our main screen. Let's move on to the location setting. You'll only need this setting if you're using the Sunwise mode. Your instruction manual will come in handy here, so grab that. Sunwise is a mode that does not need the photocell, which is right there, to operate. Because of this, the transformer can be installed indoors, in a garage for example, and turn your outdoor lights on at dusk and off at dawn following the seasons. To do this, we need to know the local time, which we've already set, and your geographic location to calculate the sun's position to estimate your location's dusk and dawn times throughout the year. Here's how to set it up. First, let's get the instruction manual that I mentioned, and you'll see we have a map here and different zones. We have the North Zone, which is from here up through Canada, the Central Zone, and the South. I live in Chicago, which is right here. That's the Central Zone. Keep that in mind. At the main screen, we're going to select on, hit enter, and then we're going to hit mode and the up screen, and the zones appear right here. I live in the Central Zone, which is flashing, but let's scroll through them. North, Central, South. When yours is flashing, click enter, and your zone is set. So we've got time, day, month, year, and the zone. Let's go through some of the other options that are available to you. Let's get into our main menu here. We have the on, off, auto, timer, and Sunwise. You scroll through all of these with your arrows. Let's start with the simplest. This is on. So if I hit enter, my lights will come on manually. You would need to do this every day. Let's get back to mode. To turn them off, we go over to off, hit enter, and the lights go off. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's go over to the auto. This is what uses the photo cell. So this needs to be well positioned outdoors where it can really judge the amount of light that's coming in. This will turn on automatically when it gets dark enough, but what we need to do is determine when we want to turn off in the morning. So let's take a look. I'm going to hit enter. And I have the option to enter my time here. Let's say I want these lights to go off, turn off at 6 a.m. I'm going to 6 a.m. and hit enter. The minutes come up. I want that exact time, so I hit enter, and we are good to go. The other option is it can turn off automatically by using the photo cell as well. So let's go back to here, and I'm going to scroll through these options until it gets to this icon right here. And that's going to use the photo cell to turn itself off in the morning and hit enter. So two options there. You can put the time in or you can use this option. Let's go back to mode and let's go over to timer, hit enter. Now the timer mode is what you set when you want it to turn on at 6 o'clock every day and then turn off at 5 o'clock in the morning. But it does not follow the season. So this will not keep up with the way the sun is rising and setting. So we're going to hit enter. Let's say we want it to start at 7:15, let's say 7:18. Hit enter to lock that in and go down to 18, hit enter. And then our end time, let's say we want it to be 5 a.m. Hit enter, the minutes come up, hit enter, and we're set. Let's move on to the Sunwise mode. Remember, we talked about this earlier. This is the mode where it follows the seasons. Depending on your location and the date, it will follow that. You do have one option here. If you want to set the end time other than when the sun comes up, you can do that here by simply entering in the time that you want it to end and hit enter, enter, and you're set. Otherwise, leave it alone and it will follow the seasons and work perfectly. That's the setting that I will use in my garden this year. Hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, please contact us at customerservice@sternohome.com.